Honda has failed to grasp the specificity of why its enthusiasts love their brand, and it has done so by comparing itself to other performance products. Case in point, the S2000. Nobody really wants the S2000 to be more flashy. If anything, they want it to be more sleepery. This sketch is not of an S2000. If it were, it would be like an S Camino, which I suppose would be popular with Eskimos or something. Anyway, so, okay. To start, forgive my sloppy handwriting. I basically I got done with this little sketch, and which is awesome stuff that I don't really want to tell you about. Feel free to scroll back and try to pause it and figure out what it is. But anyways, it's a development on a series of things that I've been working on for quite some time. But yeah, anyway. So I don't have a whole lot of time to slap this shit together, but I realized, like after I was done with this little drawing, I had, room on the paper still. And I'm really running out of paper in this notebook. Like, my God. Oops. So I just kind of drew this down as quick as possible because I've had this idea in my head of what the new S2000 should look like. But it really made me think of, while Honda has the capability to manufacture these engines, and before it's not basically taboo to do so, they need to not only do another car with these engines, but they need to make what they always should have made, which is an H22 with 2 more cylinders on it. Which, could be a little bigger than that, but I say de-stroke it to make it rev real high. Supercharge it. Make a belt-driven centrifugal supercharger. Why not? Make that supercharger go on this engine too. Presumably a 2.0 liter with a supercharger, or give people options. Give people a 2.5 liter or a 2.0 liter with a supercharger. Give people 3.2 liter or a 3.2 liter with a supercharger. 300 horsepower, 400 horsepower. Or be like 320 horsepower, 420 horsepower. Give it less stroke on the 2.0 liter. Same supercharger. Less boost across, the same amount of boost across more cylinders equals less boost per cylinder, right? But, yeah. Give us a sports car with the CRV drivetrain. Why not? Let aftermarket companies have a reason to play with that differential. So, anyways, the concept for my S2000, and again, forgive me, I really did a brief sketch because I don't want to be the one to render this. I want Honda to render this. This is Honda's design. in a bunch of different microchasms, and they can put it together and make this car a beautiful thing. All right. First of all, they need a robotic style CLK Mercedes style folding hardtop for the new S2000. Okay, they just need that. Okay, no more ragtop, please. Make the front end look like the new Civic. Make the hood go down a little more in the middle, and make it longer. And then where the Civic's fender would meet, make that Type R type little vent, right? You know that little guy? Okay. The K24, I'm talking mount it transverse, lean it back like a Prelude motor would be, all-wheel drive this thing. Have everything far enough back, a two-seater, to where it lightens it up and balances it out. For the 3-liter, you could make the whole car longer if you really wanted to. I mean, what's it take? A different subframe in the front and a different bumper, maybe a different set of fenders, and you know, you shit. Have like a different, more distinct hood with some kind of not very obnoxious backwards vent to increase downforce. You know, extra weight, extra power, extra downforce. Yeah, why not? But anyways, I think the new badge theme that's going on with the Civic that looks like an Accord, I mean, it's beautiful. Joey's got one. Would make a great front end for a new S2000. Okay. Then you give it a proper hard top, roughly Prelude size, but 2-seat interior. It's fine, you know. But the rear end, okay, you need to make tail lights that effectively mimic or at least remind people of the NSX rear end. Okay? And that come off a little bit like this from the body of the car. Right there. And make a little bit of downforce. Okay, so basically the rear wing is the tail lights. And if you notice, they don't just look like an NSX, they also kind of resemble the old Integra taillights. And yeah, that's what I call the English language, roughly. So, I hope the drawings here weren't too shitty, because I really wasn't trying to impress anybody with the drawings. But I think this concept, while not profitable for Honda, if they design this around that, okay, but then make that and this capable of accepting those things, they can sell this shell without this. Or they could sell it as like a class racer. And basically turn their success that was earned by credibility back into the credibility that it should naturally translate into. And I understand that Honda's been doing very well with CRVs and fuel-efficient turbos. But I think it's time for Honda to show people or remind people what it can do. And that includes reviving old tech and showing how relevant it still is. You know, maybe even give it the old NSX brake calipers. Just because people are already, making those aftermarket parts and stuff. Honda's a company that likes to think of ways that it can help save the world. And that's one of my favorite things about Honda. I think there's ways you can avoid having to make new stuff by making a new car with some old parts. And I think no one will ever give you any crap for it because it's what everybody wants the new S2000 to be. They want it to be a sleeper. They want people to not really know when they're coming up on them if it's a Civic. They want them to have to look back. And then when they see him go ahead, they want to be like, wait, was that an NSX and I didn't even know it? The new Civic, the new NSX, they all kind of look alike. Find a balance in between, and you'll find your S2000. And while that would have been a great place to end the video, I had another idea. Well, I think it's an older idea. So, I had emailed Honda a long time ago, and then I emailed corporate back when I worked for Honda. Because I had long thought that this should be a pickup truck motor. And then after trying to sell some ridgelines, and also falling in love with the 2013 CRV. I kind of like said, you could make a ridgeline that probably more fuel efficient just by aerodynamics, just by making it look like the CRV, blah, blah, blah. Drew one picture, it looked like the new ridgeline. But anyways, before that, I had an idea for a compact pickup truck. Okay, so, and I just sketched it out. It's pretty clear. If you know the Honda lineup, what I'm trying to reference here and these different lines here. The original Honda, the first one ever built, was a pickup truck that had a slanted nose in the front and circular headlights that popped out. Okay, so I wanted to give this guy halo projectors, but a version of kind of like the new Civic headlights, but a little bit more like the old Integra Type R headlights. Okay, just an angular updated version of them, but with a halo projector in there. And then a smaller version of the new, Civic, the new Honda chrome grille, right? Not a 4-door, but a king cabish reference to that the new CRV / Ridgeline rear kick right here. That but it seems like Chevy's already copied. No 2-seater, no 4-door, only a king cab. Okay, just little tiny folding fucking seats in the back. That's all anybody needs. All right. K24. lighter, much lighter than an O2 CRV with a K24, all-wheel drive, and yeah, that's it. Give it and tell Yokohama to bring back the freaking Geolanders. That's tires. Those are tires. That's how I draw tires when I don't feel like drawing tires. I like that shit. That's how I draw tires when I'm too tired to draw tires. Yeah. Okay, so the grill right there, basically, it kind of does like an old CRX, you know, but bigger fucking headlights. Like the proportions of a CB7, but with the CRX thing. Kind of like this guy's backing up at you or something. I don't know, like the opposite of this, right? Okay, so this concludes my solution to Honda's design problems. Thank you for not needing me to tell you to put a regular small engine in the NSX and lighten it up and not make people buy all that hybrid stuff. I hope you bring that one to America soon. And thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you found this informative and stimulating. Now, go take a bath.